Sheriff, what you've done not only for our community, but for, I believe, females everywhere in breaking, as I said, in the state of the county, so many glass ceilings. Your contributions will be measured for years to come.
One thing I love about Sheriff Mims is she's so strong and bold. One of my favorite stories is when she wrote a letter to the President of the United States and said she didn't need his help running Fresno County.
Her contributions to the community are unmeasurable. I don't think anybody can put a tape measure and said she did this or she did that. She did all of the above all the time.
One of my first encounters with the sheriff as a supervisor was when there was a great tragedy in the Upper Kings River. And I can remember sitting with the sheriff, and I didn't bring a lunch that particular day, and so the sheriff offered half of her sandwich to me. That's just the person that Margaret Mims is, and you will be greatly missed.
One thing I admire about you, Margaret, is that you always do things and you do it in a quiet way, not seeking any credit or anything, so I really want to thank you for that.
She's brought a certain perspective that she's approachable, and people in the community like having an approachable sheriff. And on top of that, she's someone who stands up and fights for what's right.
You know, just the other day, I was talking to my daughter about what she would like to do for a career. And I want you to know that you're one of the people I talked about as far as just an example of somebody that came in and demonstrated what can be done. You've been such a pioneer being the first female sheriff in this county, but you're an inspiration.
You set the trend. You were never wanting to back down from a challenge. You would travel the country and the state getting to know people and the issues, and you were always well prepared.
She's a consummate professional, and working with her is an honor because she knows her business. She's very well respected by all the law enforcement up and down the state, and she's fair, she's open, and she's honest.
We have a lot of volunteers, and one thing that I have noticed over the years is that Sheriff Mims has been really good at appreciating those volunteers. It has shown them that their time and their efforts are valued. I know that the volunteers have really appreciated all of the time and the effort that Sheriff Mims has put into them.
You have contributed so much to the work that we do in law enforcement, but you have been such an advocate for people who don't have a voice. And that is so appreciative with the work and how that crosses over to the work that we do at the probation department.
The one word that I would use to describe Sheriff Mims is grounded.
Steady.
Honest and caring.
Respected.
Professional.
Is resilient.
With the sheriff's beloved.
Trailblazer.
Integrity.
Genuine.
If there's one word that I need to describe Margaret, it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We love you.
Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart, and I know the men and women of the Sheriff's Office also thank you for everything that you've done for us.
Thank you, Sheriff Mims, for all of your support over the years. I appreciate everything that you've provided to myself and the deputies and the volunteers and all of the people throughout the entire agency.
Wow, I'm just amazed by how quickly time flies. So I really value my time that I got with you. I appreciate everything that you've done for me personally.
Sheriff Mims, for all that you have done for me, you have been nothing but a mentor, a confidant, someone that I can trust to be able to go to for great advice and good counsel. Thank you so much for all you've done for us.
This is an honor to sit in front of this camera and give you a compliment for the number of years you spent servicing this county in your law enforcement career. It has been a sheer pleasure working with you, working with your team, and delivering your projects for you over all these years. So thank you very much.
Sheriff, on behalf of the County of Fresno and me personally, I just want to thank you for your service. You've always been there for me. You've been someone that's inspired me. You've been someone that I've looked up to, and I will always miss working with you in this capacity. But I hope that we'll continue to get to work together in other capacities in the future.
Thank you, Sheriff Mims, for 39 years with the county and 16 years as our sheriff.
I want to thank Sheriff Mims for a great career. I think she broke every ceiling in this county to get where she is today with just hard work.
Thank you, Sheriff Mims. I look at you as a friend, a mentor, and most of all, an inspiration. I thank you mostly for the friendship that you've provided for me over the years and the service that you've done, of course, to Fresno County.
Sheriff Mims, on behalf of myself and District 1, I want to thank you for your 43 years of service, which I'm very proud to say started in the city of Kermit.
Sheriff Mims, I want to thank you for all that you've done here in Fresno County. You've been very committed not only to the deputies, but all the citizens of Fresno County as well. You have the respect not only of this board, not only from me, but also the citizens of Fresno County. You will be greatly missed, and I wish you well in your retirement.
My career has been so rewarding. It's been a lifetime of service, a true service. I've learned a lot of life lessons, and as I reflect, I think about law enforcement and how much easier it would be if people could remember what they should have learned when they were 3, 4, 2 years old, like keep your hands off other people's stuff, keep your hands off each other, say please and thank you. During my time as sheriff, we faced tragedy and triumph, praise and scorn, and when I'm asked if I would change anything, I have to think about that, because to change anything would be to change everything, even the lessons we learned going through bad times. I'm not done, board. I will still be active and involved in ways that I don't know yet, but I'm not done. And finally, I'll close with words that describe my incredible journey through the woods of my career and onto focusing on my family. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.